Hatake Kakashi is one of the most outstanding shinobi in the history of Konohagakure, possessing incredible abilities and a unique fate. Widely known as Kakashi of the Sharingan, he became a legend admired by all who crossed his path. But behind his calm exterior lies a complex personality full of the bitterness of loss, internal conflicts, and personal tragedies. Childhood and Academy. Kakashi was born into the famous Hatake clan. From a very young age, he demonstrated extraordinary abilities and became known among his peers as one of the most talented students. Confident and independent, he often found himself misunderstood by others. From an early age, Kakashi set the goal of becoming the strongest and proving his worth. His journey as a shinobi began in the Ninja Academy, where he showcased his talents and caught the attention of the most experienced teachers. However, despite his talents, his life was far from smooth. He lost his father, the famous shinobi, when he was still a teenager. This event deeply shook him, making him more withdrawn and cold. His father's death taught him the importance of discipline and following the rules, but it also left deep scars that he was never able to fully heal. Friendship with Obito and Rin. His first real encounter with teamwork came as a member of Team 7, where his partners were Obito Uchiha and Rin Nohara. This was the period when Kakashi still did not fully understand the importance of friendship and mutual support. He was too focused on completing missions and following the rules to realize that true strength lies in supporting one another. Obito and Rin became his close friends, and they played a key role in his development. When Obito died, it was a catastrophe for Kakashi. He lost not only a friend, but also his faith in the ideals he followed. Obito's death left a void in his soul, and this moment became a turning point in his life, forcing him to rethink his role as a shinobi. The period after Obito and Rin's death. After the tragic loss of his comrades, Kakashi withdrew into himself. He was no longer the bright, confident shinobi he had once been. His heart was filled with pain and guilt. He could not forgive himself for not being able to save Rin and for not keeping the promise he had made to Obito. This sense of guilt would haunt him for a long time. Kakashi became cold and emotionless. He joined the Yambu, where his reputation as a ruthless shinobi was solidified. But deep down, he continued to struggle with himself, trying to come to terms with his losses. Post-traumatic state and becoming Hokage. Over time, having endured many trials and encounters, Kakashi matured. He realized that the team and its unity were the most important things a shinobi could have. His reputation as one of the strongest shinobi in Konoha continued to grow, but he was no longer the one who placed personal goals above all else. He had changed and became an advocate for teamwork, teaching his students the importance of working together for a common goal. When Kakashi became Hokage, he realized that true strength did not only lie in individual abilities, but also in how he could support others. He always placed his comrades above the mission, understanding that collective effort was the key to achieving the greatest results. Relationships with Team 7. As the leader of Team Ye, Kakashi invested a part of himself into each of its members. He cared deeply for his students, striving to teach them the importance of friendship and mutual assistance. It was especially challenging for him to work with Sasuke Uchiha, whose actions often seemed difficult for Kakashi to understand. Kakashi always felt responsible for Sasuke's fall and all his sins. Despite this, he continued to believe in Sasuke, hoping he could return to the right path. When Sasuke returned to the team and Team 7 was united again, it was a great achievement for Kakashi. He understood that his patience and commitment to teamwork had not been in vain. Relationship with Might Guy. One of the most unusual and interesting aspects of Kakashi's life is his relationship with Might Guy. Although they had been rivals from the start, Kakashi did not take Guy seriously until Guy began to actively compete with him. Guy, full of determination, was unable to accept this challenge, and his perseverance became an important lesson for Kakashi. These competitions, though not always serious, became a way for both of them to become stronger. Guy, in turn, showed Kakashi that perseverance and devotion to one's cause could be just as important as natural talent. Eventually, Kakashi acknowledged Guy not only as a rival but also as one of his most reliable and closest friends. Conclusion: as Hokage, Kakashi continued to work for the good of his village, remaining faithful to his principles and beliefs. But his personal struggles and losses were always a part of his character. Despite his successes, Kakashi continued to search for inner peace and reconciliation with himself. His life was filled with tragedies and losses, but he was able to learn from them, which helped him become a better leader and friend. Kakashi Hatake remains one of the most complex and multifaceted characters in the world of Naruto. His journey from a talented but arrogant shinobi to a wise and dedicated Hokage serves as an example of how pain and loss can lead to self-awareness and personal growth.